No do work, be lazy, no go get money, no go eat for here.
Say make dem work hard.
Now you go work hard for
dem
here.
shine eye.
You go sign high for here.
I know where you go. Hello guys, welcome to my second vlog. Essentially, thank you all so much for all the nice comments and all the feedbacks, everything that's essentially been happening in the past couple of days. If I'm being totally honest, I'm quite overwhelmed by it all. Like, I don't even. I'm very overwhelmed by it all. But that's because a lot of the comment that came, it all came from like people that I didn't even expect. Like some people that I was following and I'd forgotten about. Not in a bad way, but just like we don't talk. And it just popped out the woodworks. Like, oh wow, this is something that them two have been thinking about, and something that or they're in the process of, or they just really like my idea and encouraging me to continue doing what I'm doing. So I just feel like I owe you guys a big thank you, and thanks for the subscribers, and thanks for everybody who's watched the video, who's liked it. If you haven't, please go and watch it. I'm learning so much about YouTube, the requirements, the things that they seek in order to get you verified and approved so I can essentially monetize it. But more importantly, the video just needs to get to who it needs to get to. So if you like it, please like it. If you don't like it, please share it. Somebody else may like it because it may not be for you, that you're not necessarily considering relocating elsewhere. So please just share it as much as possible and just like it just for the boost's sake, because somebody else might need it. So you just never know. But all the same, thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the comments. Yeah, as you can see, I've got a mic now. So one of the comments that I know from the last one was that my voice wasn't clear because of the background noise. So I've decided to use a mic today. I think I'm just going to pin it actually, just because I want my hands to be free. So yeah, as I was saying, I do again want to say thank you. I think I've said that, but thank you guys again. And please do subscribe and like. It's really important for my metrics, for the videos to go viral. So please keep doing that and share it. But I think what I want to talk about today is just share the fundamentals. Because I think in my first video, all you've just seen is I'm in Lagos. But this whole thing must have taken about, I would say, the planning probably from like 2021. When did we come out of COVID? So 2020, 2021. So it was during my grandma's burial, when I came back from my grandma's burial, is when this whole thing started. So it wasn't just pack your bags and come overnight. It took a lot of planning, a lot of things that happen in the woodworks. So I would just like to go through just some of the things that I think you should prepare for or have ready. Things that I wish that somebody had told me before in great detail. So I'm just going to walk you through it and let you know, and then give you just some perspective of what this place is actually like, because it's not a real place as they say, but you can make it work for yourself. So yeah, well, let's get into it. So the first basic thing I would encourage is come and visit. It sounds like really dumb, but come and visit Lagos and actually spend a bit of time. I would say anything from 2 to 3 weeks. Spend a bit of time, experience it, see what it's like. In that time that you're there, try to get a bank, open a bank, get a card, yeah, what was it? Get a bank, get NIN. There was another one. I should have written this thing down, but get an NIN, get a bank card, and then just enjoy it. But take it in, and more importantly, for your mental state, don't come to Lagos expecting what you already know. Come to Lagos expecting what Lagos has to offer. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, come here with the expectations of nothing, but with the expectation of embracing everything that it gives to you, because, like I said, I'm going to keep reiterating this. It is not a real place. This is a place where you essentially design your own day, your trajectory, however you want it, you can design it. If you want it to be the most luxurious, you can design it. If you want it to be shit, however way you want it, you can design it. So whatever you're used to, it doesn't exist here, but you can create it. But if you obviously, yeah, just come and experience it and you'll see what I mean. And what the reason why I'm saying do not bring in your own expectation is because Lagos has something in store for you. And when you start comparing those two things is usually where you get disappointed. So things like wondering why drivers can't wait for you to come in, that you have right of the road, that just doesn't exist here. It's you have to fight for it and just take it. But they have their own system that works. If I genuinely believe if they had like MOTs where cars are constantly regulated, there'll be hardly any accidents. Most of the accidents that you see from like cars that are just ruined but still on road. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. The point is, just be ready to embrace Lagos and what it has to offer. That's just my own take on it. Don't come in with expectations that you're already used to, thinking it's going to be the same here. It will shock you very quickly. Number two, what number am I on? Number three. Number three, embrace the culture for the good, the bad, and the ugly, because they are there. Embrace it. There'll be people asking you for money. There'll be people doing this, but this is their daily lives. It is part of the culture. There is bribery. It is part of the culture. Sad to say, it is. So if somebody's asking you anything for the boys, there's a way in a mannerism where you can laugh that off and it becomes something friendly. But if you look at it as something negative, it can become very hostile very quickly. So it's like learning how to manage different personalities, because as far as that's their hustle, that's how they get their money. Because obviously, like I said, this place is not a real place. It's every man for themselves. So that's what they do to take care of themselves. So you kind of just in a way have to be courtesy to that and just show them a little bit of love. Whether you have it or you don't have it, there's a way you can say it to just say, nah, it's cool, next time. And then they'll just let you go. In fact, they're very friendly people. I quite like them, to be honest. But obviously, we're all human. Sometimes we're not in the mood for that. But like I said, just be here to embrace the culture, because it's a very, very different culture shock depending on where you are coming from. So with that said, that is like the mental side of things, and things just to prepare for your head. The major thing I will also say is have money.
You don't do work for you, I don't go eat you.
Not yet.
That's why you must make am for Lagos.
Lagos is sweet, yo. People come from Lagos, yo.
Your head. The major thing I will also say is have money. I can't stress this enough. Have money. Like, money in Lagos, it is vital. You need it. You have to have money. Not even, when I say money, I don't mean like be rich, but just have enough money to live a comfortable lifestyle. And obviously only you can design and determine what comfortable looks like to you. People have different level of comfort. And that's another thing that I really want to break down in this video. Like how you envision your time here, because the way you envision it, like I said, you can create it. There is no obstacle or anything that stops you from creating that vision that you have in your head for how you want to live your life here. in Nigeria, period. You can create it, but you just have to have the finances to do it, because it's a very cash-driven country. It's not, yeah, it's a very cash-driven country. So you just have to have the finances in order to create that world for yourself that you envision having. My point that I was making about cash is you need to have money. I just have to put it blatantly. You need to have money. And one thing that you see that is very evident in I can't say Nigeria, but let me just say Lagos, because this is what I know, is that the social class is very clear. The difference between rich and poor, it is very, very clear. Like, you can see it. But again, it all depends on what you want to do. You can come here and want to live a quiet life. Lagos can cater to that. You can come here and want to live a mad lifestyle. You're also welcome. Like, it can cater to it at the maximum level. If you want to come here and network, it can do that, whatever you want. It is really weird. I've never seen a place where it has all that element in one. And I mean this sincerely. Lagos can cater to whatever you want. If it's drugs you want to come and do, there's a plethora. If you want to come and focus on your fitness and your health, there are plethoras. If you want to start a business, there is numerous of resources. But I don't know this. I think Lagos is the fourth or fifth largest populated city in the world. So there is a lot of resources in terms of people that you can use to support your business or your ideas. Whatever you need, it has it here. You just have to be very, very clear on what you want, because in as much as that's what you want, there will be temptations. And simple things like choosing the right friends is mighty important, because imagine now you're trying to maybe live a quiet lifestyle. Actually, I'll tell you a better experience from mine. So I have, the way I've kind of structured it, well, I didn't say I would structure, the way it's kind of structured out for me, which works perfectly, the friends that I like to have a wild nights with and go out and party with, they live in Abuja. So when they're not here, I'm more inclined to do things and focus on the things that I want to do, which is obviously like my fitness and networking, trying to build ideas for businesses that I want to venture into, all these other things. So when they're around for a week or two, however they're around in Lagos, I know that's my party period. So, and when they go back, it's done. Or when I'm in Abuja, I know that's what I'm there for. So it's like, pan it out. Like, because you can Lagos sucks you in. This is what I mean. Know what you want to do, but also be aware that Lagos will suck you in. Because there is something going on every time. And this goes back to my comment about having the right friends, because imagine you're in a new place where you don't really know that many people. So if you meet the wrong person, they can easily introduce you to what they know, and not that they are wicked or that's what they know. So they can only bring you into what they know. So, and if that's not where you want to go, you can easily get sucked in, because that's the only person you know. And if anytime you want to hang out, you call that person. Before you know it, 2-3 weeks down the line, you're embedded into something that you necessarily didn't plan for. So I would say finding the right friends is very, very important in your journey in relocating into a new place, because essentially those friends can either steer you in the right way or steer you, on the other side. So, find good friends. If you don't have friends that are on the same path or vision that you have, just be by yourself, my dear. Just be by yourself is my best advice, because Lagos is a mad place. This place is nuts, because you can just go left very quickly. So be mindful of whom you give your time to and how you do that. Obviously, I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. Of course, do that. But make sure Lagos doesn't suck you in. How do they say it? don't let Lagos happen to you. So just be very, very careful of that. Another thing I want to mention to consider is location. Location is very, very important depending on what you want to do. So location here is tied in with my point earlier that I was making about money, because where you live, it doesn't matter to me, but it matters to them. It's a big thing in Nigeria. Where do you live? In Ikoyi. Where do you live? Banana Island. So these are all the names you just hear people flying around. And to be honest with you, I understand why they crave these places. So let me put it to you like this. These are like extremely gated communities that are well guarded, or whatever you want to call it. But it doesn't appeal to me because that's where I'm coming from. You get, I'm not coming from, not if I'm a quiet place where everybody minds their business, going into another quiet place where everybody minds their business. No, I want a community. I want to go outside and hear the noise and do all of that and just be around. Can I say Agberos? I want to be around Agberos. I like it. I want to be around the common folks. I want to just walk to the distance and buy orange, price suya. Everything that Lagos is supposed to be is what I came for. So it makes sense for me to be around it. So I don't want to go and lock myself in a gated community in Banana Island or Ikoyi and all these other places where I'm, again, just by myself. I might as well just have stayed in the UK. I came for the experience. I came to interact with my people. So I'm doing so. But again, that's me. These are my core enjoyments. Like, I crave those interactions with Nigerians. I crave those laughter. I wish I could go to a beer parlor, but I'm not that quite brave yet. But like all those beer parlor interactions where people are just chatting nonsense, I find it very, very fun. And it also gives me a great idea of what the community is like. So currently I live in Ajah. So I stay in Ajah, which is, again, that ties in. I'll go back to why I moved there. Why I moved so far in, but I will explain that in another. I don't know if I have time to do it in this one, but I will explain it. But the point is, I have a community around me. I'm getting that full Nigerian feeling, and I go into Banana Island, I go into Ikoyi to see friends and etc. And it's nice, but if I'm totally be honest with you, I didn't come here for that. But I can understand why they would feel that, because they're trying to get away from all this chaos. So it's like we're almost doing the opposite thing, but that works for them. If that's what you yourself is after, fine. Like I said, Lagos caters to everything you need. If you need those gated communities where everything is there. If you also want to experience Nigeria for Nigeria and Lagos for Lagos, it's also there. So you just have to figure out what you want and what you need. Again, I think I'm able to live that far away from, I wouldn't say that far. I'm able to live in Ajah because I also work remotely. So things like traffic doesn't affect me. So I can pan out when I go out, and move around the traffic. So it doesn't really affect me. Again, it depends on, like I said, what you're trying to do here. So if you're maybe getting a job here where you need to go into the office, Ajah might not be the best place for you because you experience traffic, let's not lie. So it's all down to you, what you want to do and how you want to do it. But come and visit and pan it out. So seeing as we're on the topic of where I live and why I've chosen to live here, the first reason is traffic doesn't affect me because I work remotely. And for you, like I said, depending on what you want to do, you might want to be somewhere closer. There are other places. There's Osakba, there's Phase 2, Ikota. There's many other places, Sha. But please just check. I'm not an expert on this. Just check flooding. Check whatever you need to check. Do a proper due diligence. Get an agent. Speak to people around the community before you obviously go and do all of those things. But there are many other places that you can stay. Again, come and see for yourself. And another thing I want you to consider before even moving is, do you want to rent and do you want to buy? So me moving here, like Nigeria is not a what do we call it? Like a credit. You have the money or you don't have it. If you don't have it, shift. If you have it, come and buy. So I wanted to buy. I didn't want to come here and rent. So the property I live in is bought in, so which means I don't pay rent. So I don't have that burden of worrying about rent, essentially, or landlord increasing fees whenever they feel like it, which is very common from what I've heard in Lagos. So that's also something to consider. Do you want to rent or do you want to buy? I would encourage you to buy if you have the money, because you can even buy a small apartment. You don't have to necessarily buy a house like I did. You can just buy an apartment, but it's yours. And the value of property skyrockets in Lagos very quickly because of the population. So I would encourage you to buy or save up some money to buy before you come, because these nitty-gritty things, they make your life so much easier, because what you don't want is the landlord come to stress you a year later or even 6 months later telling you they're increasing your rent by flicking 50% or 70%, and you ain't got a choice. These times you've done up the property to make it look nice, and now you're being strong-armed into paying fees that you didn't necessarily prepare for. So these are things to think about as well. Lagos is expensive, depending on your lifestyle. But I'm imagining if you're coming from US or UK or wherever, there are just certain things you need in your life that you want to make your life comfortable. Therefore, I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit expensive for you, because those services you have to pay for. Unless you don't want it at all, then that's fine. Things like house help, things like cleaner, things like, driver. You need a car. You need a car in Lagos. If you don't have a car, you're going to need Uber. That costs. But preferably, again, if you're going to move, just try get a car. It's easier to navigate things. So yeah, driver. If you're like me and you can't cook, you're going to need a chef. So these things, you have to pay for them. They're not unaffordable. Unaffordable, but they cost. They're part of your cost. So I would say, depending on how you live, on a weekly basis, budget maybe, let me not shall be giving you numbers, but shall budget some money based on how you want to live. And really, really sit down and think about it. Because the life you want here has to make sense to you for you to make that move of relocating. And like I said, you can have it. So think about it. Okay, you want this, you want that, you want this. How much does it cost? And then factor that into your monthly spend. Things like fuel, consider that. Things like, I don't know, for some reason, there's always just money disappearing somehow. It's just going. Something needs to be fixed. Something needs to be bought. So there's also those little things. It's just going. So factor that in as well. That's the weirdest part. You cannot explain where money just needs to be spent somehow. You just get a call, boss, this one, okay, here you go. Boss, this one is not working, there you go. That's very much common in Lagos. So factor that in. So I would say you need money in Lagos. I can't even lie. You need money. And it's freaking expensive. So just know that before you come. But it's affordable. Just make sure you have something that brings you money, Sha. Have that, because, yeah, you need that. Because Lagos is expensive.
Make I tell you.
Don't tell me.
That thing I go tell you, that money is very plenty for your house. Don't be devote my money. I don't join my money. Join. Make I do your work well. That thing I tell my brother, call camera.
Make him come upstairs, come camera.
No, call camera that thing far, carry and go home. Don't be that thing, don't be small power.
How much are your money?
I got my 55,000.
55,000?
Yes.
55.
55,000. More like 500k.
No.
So, okay, make I send you 55,000. So you
You
don't finish that.
don't finish that.
People like this, when you come to Lagos, be careful.
Like
They go, who is face? Make them
I don't go school, so I don't go be careful.
be careful.
Me, I don't go school. I want you, I want to go school. I want to go because I want to go. It pass your home.
Baba don't dey street since 1971.
Like I just see small.
Now they control Lagos.
Baba no want you make am.
They control Lagos. In number 2 there. I mean at number 1. So
This one I'm gonna now.
number 2. Like these people. Dangote and Hotel Dollar. So I think in all of this, I think the most important key, or one of the most important key I want you to remember is, how does my friend say? The point is, shall not burn your bridge wherever you are before you move. I think because the Naira, it fluctuates a lot. So if you can, and I would highly recommend this, have something, whatever it may be, that produces some form of income for you in order for you to be able to maintain a lifestyle here. Whether it be something that you've invested in that generates, even if it's just £100 a month, or it goes a long way over here. So, but just have that, knowing that that's secured, it comes every month, then you're then able to just make better decisions, and you don't necessarily have to worry about maybe money, whatever the case may be, but just have something there. Don't pack all your bags and close all the doors, burn all the bridges, off you go to Lagos. No, I would not encourage that at all. Even another thing, try get a remote job. So something that pays you in a foreign currency, dollar or pounds, whatever. Because again, these are just the things that just makes your stay here a lot more easier. Oh, I forget. Did I mention social class? Just be ready for social class. Whatever you think you have, whatever is money, to somebody that has it 100 times more than you here. If you think you're beautiful, you're going to come here and do whatnot. There are sexy girls and handsome men everywhere. So please, just whatever you think you're coming to do, which is necessarily not, it is massive here, you get. So just humble yourself, focus on what you're here to achieve, and don't overdo things, because I feel like you're going to be in a place where people overdo things and they just act out. So if you acting out, you will get sucked into Lagos. So just focus on what you're trying to achieve and stick to that, and don't let social class pressure you do into something that you're not necessarily ready for. And these things, they come very subtly. It's as simple as just buying a bottle on your table, or going to an event that you shouldn't have gone to and go and spend money, or because you need to be there. You don't need to be there, because these places are very expensive and they can take a toll. But if you're not ready for that, don't do it. Don't let Lagos pressure you into doing things like that. But that is very prominent. And that's, again, these are things that you don't see. You catch yourself in them. And sometimes by the time you know, it's too late. So just be mindful of that. So that's just something I would also say to bear in mind. Yeah, man, it's been great so far for me. But like I said, this thing has taken me since 2020, ending 2021, what are we now, 2025. So it's taken a couple of years. And I'm still going, so I'm still doing the back and forth, but I'm stable here now, if that makes sense. Like, I can stay here as long as I need to. But when you come, you see Lagos is not a place that you'd want to spend more than 4 months in. You just need to get out for a bit and then come back again. It's a mad place, but it's also, in that madness, it's the love. It's where you find the love for it. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, to me, I wouldn't want to live elsewhere. I love it here. And maybe I'm biased because it's my home. But yeah, I fucking love it. But again, I'm telling you all the good stuff. Lagos has its own challenges. Like I said, that's why I said come and experience it for yourself. It has its own challenges that you face. In as much I'm saying that there's resources of people, these people, you may have to train them over and over again. So it's not a walk in the park. Again, you have to know what you want and see the vision for yourself, and Lagos can help you create that. But yeah, I don't know how to put it. It's not a real place. It's not a real place. So just, again, think about what you want, how you want them, and then, yeah, come and manifest it very slowly. And that's just how it works. Take your time. Don't pack your bags all at once and come. This year, do that. Next year, do that. By the third year, you'll be ready and you'll be settled. So those are just my tips. If I remember more, obviously I'll tell you. But so far, those are the things that just came to mind. And yeah, again, thank you guys for all the support so far and just encouraging me. Again, I'm still getting used to the camera. I've got a new cameraman, Sam, so he's really good. So he's doing well. And then, yeah, but obviously you guys will see him at some point. So I look for, please again, just let me know in the comments if you find this valuable. I guess I don't know, sometimes ask me questions too, guys. Let me know what you want to know about my time here or just Lagos generally. Bear in mind, I'm still very new here, so if I don't have the answers, I ain't got the answers. But if I do, of course, I'll share. Again, it's my perspective. It's what I've experienced. You go and ask somebody else, they'll probably tell you something completely different. Actually, I think what I'll do, I met a really cool guy yesterday. I think what I'll do is also try to speak to some other people whom I know that have relocated and just to see how they're getting on and what they did differently or how they did something similar to what I did, so you guys can get an idea of what the place is like. I think I'll do that actually. So yeah, that's a good point. So again, yeah, ask me questions of what you want to know and I'll address it in my next video. But I hope you guys like this. And again, thank you so much for the confidence that you guys are building. I'm really just coming out of my depth here. If you know me, you know I don't like any of these things, but I'm just trying something new. And yeah, I'm just trying to do something different. And I just said, fuck it. And here we are. So yeah, please watch the video to the end. Please like it, comment, subscribe. Last video I think I'm nearly on 400 views now. So, and then I think the subscribers is like 40. So please guys, if you're watching, just subscribe and just share it, please. Thank you, it means a lot to me. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.